Well, dear students, very good morning to all of you. Hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome you all to English literature class. Today, again we will proceed further with the story Huckleberry, the adventures of Huckleberry Finn. And last day we started chapter 4. And you know the story. Huckleberry had run away from his father's captivity to the Jackson's Island, and there he had seen that his father and other people are searching for Huckleberry's dead body, and soon when they don't get, they give up, and they think that they will not get his dead body at all, and it relieves Huckleberry, and Huckleberry feels very comfortable because he is now sure that his father will not run after him, because his father has realized that Huckleberry has been murdered, and as he has also given up the hope that he will not get his dead body also. Now read further. So, after the boat, ferry with other people who are in search of Huckleberry's dead body have left, Huckleberry feels relief that nobody will run after him, and he takes out the things which has brought from his father's hut on the boat, and cooks meal actually, and he sets fishing line, he sets fishing rod to catch some fish so that he can have breakfast the next day. Now, for 3 days and nights, I stayed there. So here Huckleberry says he stays at that place, on the Jackson's Island, for 3 days and nights. And the following day, and on the 4th day, I went exploring through the island. An idea came on his mind to see the island. What else is on the island, who's there, how the place is, everything. Explore, search for new thing. Explore means search for new thing. I must write for you. Explore. Go and search for new things. Now, so he stayed there for 3 days and nights, and on 4th day, he decides to see that island, how the island is, what the thing he will get on that island. I took along my gun for protection. He had brought a gun, his father's gun also, from his father's hut, very well at the time of running. So he takes that gun with him so that he could protect himself from any wild animals or if any untoward event happens there. So all of a sudden, I stepped right on the ashes of a campfire. So suddenly, as he was walking, suddenly he puts his foot on the hot ash. Ash? Raak, in Hindi we say raak. Means someone has near around in a camp, and he has used that fire. So he couldn't see, and he landed on that fire. He put his right foot, put his foot on that hot ash. Now, which was still smoking. He never has never imagined that there is anybody, okay, else around and with him on this island. So my heart jumped into my mouth. My heart jumped into my mouth means I became very frightened when he imagines that someone is on this island apart from him. He becomes very much frightened, and I never stopped to look further, but sneaked away on tiptoe as fast as I could. So when he is very frightened, so he stops going further and he goes back without making any sound. Tiptoe means move without making any sound. Okay, tiptoe means walk on the toes, you know very well. Toes, walk on the toes without making any sound. And he comes back. That night, sneak means you know very well, went quietly without making any sound. That night I didn't sleep much. But that night he hardly gets sleep. He didn't sleep much. Every time I woke up, I thought somebody had me by the neck. He was very much frightened. He always thinks about that body only, who else is with him. Okay, and always is very much frightened, and whenever he is he didn't sleep at all. But if he sometimes his eyes actually closed, then suddenly woke up with nightmares. In that deadly dream, he find that someone is pushing his neck. Okay. So by and by, you know very well, finally thought, I can't live this way. I am going to find out who else is on the island with me. And I felt better right away. So he decides that in the morning we'll go and find who the person is with, apart from him. So when there was a pale streak in the eastern sky, just in the very morning, just before sunrise, there is a light. Still there was a little darkness. That time only he woke up and goes in search of the person. He took his gun with him and slipped off. Means goes to see who the person is. So he goes towards the campfire, and by and by caught a glimpse of a fire. And finally, he sees a glimpse of fire. Glimpse means quick view. Okay, quick view. And far up among the trees. Very, very cautiously I went forward. Okay, he continued going ahead. Pretty soon he pushed off his. Okay, so he saw a man was lying on the ground and he was covering himself with a blanket. Pretty soon he pushed off his blanket. So very soon, pretty means very soon, the man pushes off, uncovers himself. Okay, and he pushes off the blanket and stands up and stretches like this. Like this. Okay, stretches. And he soon recognizes that man. That man was nobody but Miss Watson's slave. Who the person was? Jim. And he was very happy to see Jim there. So, that's all for today. In the next class, we'll do further. Okay? You all will go through the story. You know, the story very enjoying. It's very enjoyable. You can enjoy the story. Okay? And also learn the vocabulary. What is written in red. Okay? Thank you. Thank you very much.